hiking through the forest here in Costa Rica, and I came upon a tree with sleepy monkeys in them. I'm not really sure if you can see them here, but there's a family in there of sleeping monkeys. They're all kind of passed out. They're sprawled out like... Anyway, I wanted to take you with me on my hike because actually there's a special spot I want to take you to, and we can chat. So let's see what's to come. I'll work on my camera skills here. How do I turn it the other direction? I guess I have to go like this with you. Yes. So this is the trail we're headed out. Okay. And I'll show you my discoveries along the way, but a special spot I want to take you to, and we can chat. Okay, I'm seeing this. Does anyone else see this? This looks quite unnatural. Does anyone else agree with me on that? Because we're just kind of... Oh, where? I'm marking the trail, I guess. This is the hill ahead of me. Yikes. Hiking. Hello, friends. I am here to push my comfort zone because speaking in front of a camera is like nails on a chalkboard for me. This is outside my comfort zone, but I'm realizing that life is about growth and change, and if I don't try to move beyond what I'm comfortable with, I'll never experience the amazing adventures and beauty that is above and beyond that. Because this world is beyond what we can dream. It's really, there's incredible opportunities out there, and there's so much more. I remember growing up, I thought that I grew up in this little town called Souderton, and I thought that everything, everywhere, just was kind of like Souderton, only spread out. But once I got to travel, I realized that that's not the case. While Souderton is a lovely town, and I'm glad that I grew up there, not everywhere is like Souderton. Because right now I'm in Costa Rica, and I'm on a hike to a hidden beach. But I wanted to stop in some shade, because I'm pretty sure that once we get where we're going, it's going to be pretty sunny. Hola! So part of my, I guess, being uncomfortable on camera, besides the whole, like, talking to, I don't know, the visible internet over the video here, is that I guess I've also never been too comfortable looking in mirrors or seeing photos of myself. That's just never been my comfort zone. While there's definitely times in my life I felt triumphant and adventurous, and had times of confidence, I've also had times where I feel, I guess, insecure, and my way of dealing with that is kind of ignoring it. And it's gotten me by just fine. But I realize, actually, because I was watching, I watched some episodes of a show called Catfish, and on Hulu. And I actually did meet my husband online. But I did use real photos, and it was me, and we met pretty soon after meeting online. But a lot of the people on this show were putting up photos of completely different people and claiming they were models. They didn't feel like someone could love them for who they were. So instead, they were choosing these people that they thought were beautiful, that they thought people could love, and personifying them, becoming them on the internet, and creating these fake profiles. And at first you might be like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy that someone could do that someone could try and pretend they're someone, or try and trick someone else into falling in love with someone who doesn't really exist, which is, I mean, for that person that feels betrayed, that is terrible. But at the same time, there are so many, like with Facebook and everything, people put out their best self forward, and or Photoshop their photos, or are putting forward this image that, it's not like we're proclaiming our flaws. So people begin to think that they're the only ones who have these flaws. They're the only ones who have concerns with self-esteem. They're the only ones who have self-doubt or suffer from depression, And when you feel alone, when you feel like you're an island, that's an awful feeling, And I think that, we see in the media so much these photoshopped, edited images of what beauty is, and beauty must be this flawless, perfect skin and hair that has no personality. I'm teasing. But I think the beauty of all of us is that we can be so different. That's why. I mean, this whole world is not Souderton spread out. Souderton is a lovely little town. They call it a utopian little town, and everybody knows everybody. At least the way it was when I was growing up. But the beauty is in diversity. The beauty is in that everybody has something that makes us special. And if we all looked exactly the same and went through exactly the same experiences, what would be the freaking point? Seriously. If we were all exactly the same, why would there not just need to be one person on Earth? Because we're not going to learn anything from if we don't have others to interact and help us, push us to grow and explore your boundaries, and those who support you, those who bring you down, it's all part of the journey. Now, we certainly hope there's more uplifting, supporting people than those bringing you down, but there's certainly something to be said by trying to see the world through love and spreading beautiful vibes, which is definitely my goal. But I really wanted to first come out here, and I'm under this gorgeous tree here. I love trees in Costa Rica. They're so beautiful. And I have a couple other special spots that I'm like sitting in the tree over here. But I wanted to share some special spots with you, and I after seeing how many people felt the need to hide who they were, who weren't comfortable, who thought they weren't attractive as being heavier, so they photoshopped their photos thin, or made themselves completely different people, or weren't comfortable with their gender. I thought, wow, like, we need to eliminate that feeling of being judged, even if it's ourselves that are doing the judging, you know. So I realized that some of the things that I've been kind of putting on the back burner, ignoring, because they don't bother me as much as they did when I was a kid. But still, I think there's some healing and some self-image work to be done. So I want to work through those, and I'm going to try and do that on a kind of public format here, because I do want to share with people so that they know that they're not alone in this, and that we can get through this self-work and increase our self-worth and our self-image, and just really love ourselves. We always talk about, if tomorrow you weren't here, with the people you love in your life, would they know that you love them? And about telling those in your life you love. But we don't talk about doing that with ourselves. How often are we telling ourselves that we love ourselves, that we accept ourselves, and that, we support our decisions, whether they fail or triumph, that we will be there to accept and love and support ourselves. I mean, that feels beautiful when someone else says it to you, but it feels really good to hear it from yourself too. So I'm going to start pushing my comfort zone and doing these videos and share with you what's kind of hidden here in my heart a bit, and been buried for a bit. And so, I would think, well, I'm a very happy person, which I am. I'm upbeat and positive, and I love all of that about myself. And that's what keeps me going and following my dreams and believing. I have a lot of hope, even when things happen in life and you're like, really? Can this really keep going? Can we really get through this? And I believe. I mean, I've ridden unicorns on the beach in Costa Rica, and my dream was to live in Costa Rica. That's always been a big dream of mine, and we've made it come true. So that helps me to believe in anything. So I believe that we can get through this self-work, and I also believe that it could do some good to face these concerns that I've ignored for a long time, so that I can fully embrace myself, and that I can help others through this as well. And so I really appreciate your following me through with this, and I hope that this inspires others to look at themselves and think, is there something that maybe it's time to bring to the surface and deal with and work through, to try and love myself more, accept others more, accept myself, feel more beautiful, more free, happier, let go of anything that's weighing you down, anything that might be causing blockages in your future. So if we can maybe hold each other accountable for looking a little deeper, that would be beautiful. And I would appreciate people coming along for the ride, and I'll pick some beautiful spots in Costa Rica to talk to you from. And I'm going to kind of expose different things that I'm uncomfortable with, and kind of work through them, and maybe even things that we judge ourselves for aren't the way someone else would see us. I think of that sometimes, that I'm very loving and accepting towards others, because it really is their beauty in the differences in people. And sometimes I think we don't have that same love and acceptance for ourselves that we do for other people. Like, we might be able to look past the flaws in others and not in ourselves. So this is the focus of some of these videos, and we are moving in less than a week, or in a week, very soon, May 1st. There's an ant on me, there we go. We are moving very soon to a beachfront location, and I am so excited because that's even beyond any of my dreams. I dreamed of living in Costa Rica someday, and I guess I pictured more jungly because I wasn't too much of a beach person, but that is because the only beaches I went to growing up were like Ocean City, Maryland, and New Jersey Shore. No offense to Maryland or New Jersey, but cold water and hot sand and crowded beaches didn't make me love beaches. Now, I love this beach town. I really love this beach town. I've found a community and a home, and it encourages me to continue to work on myself and continue to see the beauty in others and open up to others and want to share, because I feel supported by a community. I feel like this community loves me, and I am a bit of an introvert, but this community makes it really easy for me to be social. So that's really been helpful for me, because I like to, hi, wave to people and like just, spread some positive vibes. And if you do that in a culture that thinks that's really strange and they look at you like you have 4 heads and you're just downright creepy, that hurts. It's a little disheartening. And I've experienced the culture shock of being outside of Costa Rica and saying hi to people, and they just think, why the hell would you talk to me? So, oh, another ant. So I really embrace that this culture is so friendly, and I'm working on my Spanish. We're going to do some Spanish language classes too. So that's also one of my dreams and on my to-do list, is to be fluent in Spanish. So I'm going to work on that. So this has been my own little, I guess, promise to myself in therapy session that I'm going to work on some of these concerns. And thanks. Thanks. We're going to hike a little bit further to some other gorgeous spots, and maybe we'll chat a little bit more. See you soon. We've got more hills ahead of us. I don't know if you can tell from the camera angle, but that's pretty high. So we'll do a little panorama here of my hike. We're gonna go up this steep hill, and again, they're dusty and dirty, but I cannot say enough. I don't know if I can even show them on here. I cannot say enough about my Crocs because I am hiking in these Crocs, and it's working, and they're comfortable, and yeah, they're like the only shoes to survive the beach in Costa Rica, because normally you end up going through a bazillion pairs of shoes. My husband figured out it ends up being 1 pair of flip-flops a month if you don't have Crocs. So I am not a representative of Croc, but just saying. But these are Patricia Wedge, I think. Anyway, I'll meet you at the top so I don't start like huffing in your face. So I want to do this with you. I don't know if you can see, but the mountains in the distance through the tree line is really pretty. But I want to have you go with me up here, because this is really cool. Very cool spot. Although I'm seeing how bright the sun is, and I'm glad I did my little video in the shade. So, here we go. First of all, you see the ocean here. I'm trying to see. I'm not a videographer, so. It's low tide right now. So you can see, this is Playa Izquierda down here, which I was wanting to visit. It's really low tide right now. See how pretty the turquoise water is out there, and you can see Ilza Chora and the coast here. Awesome breeze up here. Just no shade, like none. Playa Samra is over there, if you can see. Am I doing this at an okay angle? So this is a beautifully inspirational and really hot spot. And actually, yeah, Izquierda has no shade right now. Sheesh. It's so beautiful to see the waves come in through the ocean. It's so inspiring for me to just be surrounded by beauty. There goes a butterfly. That is just, it's the best feeling. Say it's really good for your brain too. It's just so relaxing to see beautiful vistas. I don't know if this comes out on video the way it is just standing here, but it's really quite beautiful. Really feel beautiful, beautiful things. I just want to plant a tree up here. Be able to enjoy some shade. So this has been, oh yeah, we can do that. Can't really see myself, so I'm probably going to be squinting at you, which is probably going to make me less than excited about looking at myself on this video, but that is what this is about. This is about pushing outside of my comfort zone with a nice hike here and gorgeous vista and squinty eyes, bright lights. Go into this shade a little bit. But yeah, so probably on the next video I will dive into the past a little bit. Oh, fun. And we'll talk about the effects of that our past, the effects of how we see ourselves and others, teasing and different things with that, how that can change the way you see yourself, and really talk about letting it go and replacing those feelings with love. So I think we'll probably do that on the next video. And again, I want to thank you for following me through on this, and maybe we'll be exploring different fun Costa Rican spots with each video. And follow me along, subscribe. I'm gonna work a little bit more on creating this channel, and again, we'll have some more beachfront spots too. We have this beautiful spot with palm trees and everything. We're doing massage retreats there, which I'm super excited to be able to share massage with more people, and then to work with couples to teach them to massage one another, and have that be a vital part of their relationship, which I think is so cool to build that intimacy together and be able to help each other with that aches and pains, which is definitely fulfilling a need that sometimes we have to feel cared for. And touch is a beautiful way to communicate so many emotions. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm staring down I have no idea what this is, and I'm going to touch it, which I hope is an okay thing to do because I don't actually know what it is. But this looks like my dog or something. Oh, it's all blowing away. But it really looks like my dog hair, but it looks like it's some kind of seed pod that is like exploding with, but it looks like a claw. So it looks like it's fallen from this tree here with these leaves. So I'm going to have to consult with someone and find out what this is now, because I'm really curious about these little, it seriously looks like a dog paw. And this pile looks like what happens after we shave our dog. And then it looks like a whole dog is left behind. So I'm going to grab one of these and find out from someone what this is. Although I'm pretty sure it'll lose all its stuff by the time I get somewhere. So maybe I can find one that's closed. Oh, a not hairy one maybe? So this is what it looks like when it has no hair. Alrighty. I'm gonna let you go. We'll find out what this is because I'm seriously curious about all that. And I will leave you with this view out here and say thank you for joining and hanging around, if anyone has actually, but I'm going to pretend you all are. No, I appreciate, because I know I do hear from people about how they've appreciated my blog and that they like, they wish they lived in Costa Rica, or they're adore my son, or so I really appreciate all the feedback that I do get. And now we're going to take a little bit further outside of my comfort zone. Probably going to get sunburnt after this video. But I wanted to share with you this gorgeous special spot, and we'll chat later. Thank you. Bye.